The RBS-15 is the most advanced invention, and it will be Russia's newest nightmare. It is a highly optimized anti-ship missile with territory invasion ability, developed to deliver the edge to stay ahead in increasingly complicated conflict systems. But the Russians also have high-powered missiles. So then, why are they afraid of the RBS-15? Do you want to know about it? If you are curious about it, you have to watch this video till the end and subscribe for more such uploads. Here we begin. So what is so special about the RBS-15 that the Russians fear? Well, by the end of this video, you will be able to answer this question, so let's move into it. The RBS-15, or the Robot System 15, is a long-range air-to-surface, fire-and-forget surface-to-surface anti-ship missile, and one of its versions, which will be discussed here later, can also ambush landmarks. This super missile was invented by the Swedish corporation named Saab Bofors Dynamics. Do you have any idea about the development of this missile? Well, let's now talk about it. Development of the missile. It was developed from the RB-04 missile. Let me inform you all that RB-04 was utilized by the Swedish Air Force, and you will find that the front of the missile was conserved, including the warhead. The rear obtained modern wings and a turbofan engine, restoring the rocket that was formerly utilized. In 1985, it became functional with the Swedish Navy. It was after trials on the missile FAC-HSWMS Patea in 1983. You will find that the Vassar Gotland-class submarines had 4 vertical missile launch tubes for the RBS-15 missiles in an extensive hull, but were cancelled. Do you know the reason? Well, it is because of the budget limitations and not matching the direction that the Swedish submarines regulated. Let's now talk about its most versatile version, which is RBS-15 Gungnir. You will be surprised to know that the RBS-15 Gungnir is the next generation missile in the RBS-15 clan of anti-ship missile networks which are given by Saab Group. First, let me tell you that the Gungnir is the system-level selection, but the air-launched format is the RBS-15 Mk4. Saab also invented it, but in alliance with the German corporation Diehl Defense. You must be thinking, why the name Gungnir, right? Well, it has some mythology significance. The phrase Gungnir relates to the spear of the god Odin in Scandinavian mythology. This missile is formulated to oversee the littoral setting and give a long-lasting and flexible explanation to deal with the future safety demands of naval, air, land, and forces across the world. So, when was it showcased? The RBS-15 Gungnir was showcased for the first time at the Farnborough International Air Show, which was held in the year 2018. In March 2017, the Swedish Defense Materiel Administration, better known as FMV, placed an order with Saab to advance RBS-15 Mk4 missiles. Well, the missiles will be deployed on board the Visby-class corvettes of the JAS Gripen E multi-role fighters of the Swedish Air Force and Royal Swedish Navy. Furthermore, Diehl Defense also ordered Saab for the RBS-15 Mk3 anti-ship missile networks, which were worth $18 million in the year 2018. And let me inform you that the deliveries will take place during 2019 and 2024. In September 2020, Saab was rented by Diehl Defense to provide RBS-15 anti-ship missiles worth $194 million to the German Navy. Deliveries are scheduled between 2022 and 2026. RBS-15 Gungnir variants. The universal abilities of the RBS-15 Gungnir missile solution enable the operators to utilize it in 3 distinct configurations, which comprise an air-launched, land-based, and ship-launched configuration. Let's talk about the ship-launched configuration. In the ship-launched configuration, you will find that the Mk4 missiles are undertaken from the tier of a naval vessel. It is synonymous with ships of different sizes and patterns. Let me tell you that the RBS-15 Gungnir land system is the most scalable version among the 3 variants. It can be incorporated with a control network. As we already mentioned that the next production of the RBS-15 network is called RBS-15 Gungnir by Saab and is presently being inaugurated to the market as a detailed air, sea, and land-based automobile missile system solution. The RBS-15 missile family is on duty with numerous navies, coastal batteries, and air forces from Sweden, Germany, Finland, Croatia, Poland, Thailand, and an undisclosed nation. Development of RBS-15 Mk3. The RBS-15 Mk3 missile is formulated to immerse ships of main classes, including high-speed small ships and cherries, in the open sea, bases, and near the coast. The major carriers of the modern missile will be missile boats, frigates, corvettes, and aircraft, as well as static and mobile seaside defense networks. You must have already guessed that the RBS-15 Mk3 missile is an advancement of the RBS-15 Mk2 missile. Therefore, it utilizes a similar combat department, guidance techniques, and control software. Still, RBS-15 Mk3 has broadened range and enhanced target detection abilities. It gives more beneficial penetration of the opponent's BMD because it reaches the target at incredibly low altitudes, operates by random law, and boosts engine thrust at the verge of the trajectory. First testing of the RBS-15. The missile was assessed until 2007 at the Swedish Ministry of Defense's Witzel test site, and in these tests, the full progression of RBS-15 Mk3 onboard networks was tested, comprising the interception planning system, testing the target detection abilities of the CNS, and working the missile in the ultimate trajectory category with high overloads. At the last stage of the RBS-15 Mk3 missile, undertakings were accomplished by an onboard missile battery, and during one of these lights, the missile flew 165 kilometers and took 25 route turning points, and was pre-programmed to invade 2 marked ships, including a repeated invasion on one ground, before slamming the ultimate target, the ship. This missile has 2 side-mounted Champion rockets, which are fired with strong propellants that blaze for around 3 seconds when it is initiated. Guys, you won't believe, but these generate a huge amount of power that is discharged in an extremely controlled way. The push that is produced is enough to raise aloft about 8 tons into the air, and this is enough to effortlessly raise the biggest African elephant aloft. So now you can estimate its power. Also, the RBS-15 accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers in about half a second. Let me tell you that it is 6 times faster than the 2.9 seconds that it took Ferrari 488 to accomplish the same. For this reason, you will require a high-speed camera to recognize precisely what's going on, as the blast-off is too soon for the naked eye. Nevertheless, this huge acceleration fulfills a crucial objective. Do you know what? It propels air into the turbine to begin the turbojet engine, which then takes over and stimulates the missile. So the RBS-15's most developed subsystems are its effective radar target seekers, not implicated by unfavorable weather restrictions. RBS-15 furthermore gives startling missile precision. For example, it was found during test firing that an RBS-15 missile operated to slam a target of a related extent to a tire that was placed on the major target, and the missile then went right through the midst of the tiny target at the ultimate distance. So what does it show? Well, it showed that endpoint accuracy is probable under the right circumstances. Well, the RBS-15 can transit over 200 kilometers before immersing the opponents. Isn't it great? Furthermore, you will find that the missile flies as near as feasible to the surface of the sea to the victim. At Saab, this feature is recognized as sea skimming, and the RBS-15 is generally less than 5 meters above the waves. After it arrives at the victim area, it will inquire, uncover, and demolish the designated victim. Finally, let me tell you that even the fastest of ships can't flee the missile, so you can now understand why Russians will be terrified of it, right? So that's all for today. What do you think about this highly advanced invention? Do you think it will prove itself as the most powerful weapon ever? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more uploads like this. Until we meet again, take care.